Welcome back to another video, guys. Today I'm going to be ranking power metal albums, and I do want to do more metal subgenres in the future, like speed metal, doom metal, and maybe even death metal, so definitely stay tuned for that. And we're going to get started with Inhuman Rampage from Dragon Force, and this album's going to be an S tier. I like every song, except for the last song, The Flame of Youth. That song just sounds corny to me, but the other songs I really like. There's a lot of fast riffs on here, a lot of guitar solos, a lot of upbeat melodies, and of course the vocals are pretty good too. So yeah, I do really love Inhuman Rampage from Dragon Force, and it's the very first power metal album that I listened to and liked. So yeah, it's definitely a very classic album, and it is one of the most popular because of course the title track "Through the Fire and the Flames" is a very popular Guitar Hero song, and it is used in memes, so it probably is the most popular power metal song. So yeah, Dragon Force's Inhuman Rampage is gonna go into S tier for me because of all the good riffs and very good vocal melodies and just very fun atmosphere, and it's very upbeat and happy too, which is good. Next, we got Keeper of the Seven Keys Part 2 from Helloween, and this album is also going to go into a very high tier, though I don't know if I want to put an S or A. I think I'll do S. Yeah, I like every song on this. Eagle Fly Free is very good. Rise and Fall I really like. Dr. Steen's one of their best songs. I Want Out was their most popular, which makes sense. It's a very good song. And I do like the title track, which is like 15 minutes long. So yeah, every song I like. Also very melodic and happy, like with Inhuman Rampage. Not as fast, but still very good. It is one of the first ever European power metal albums. Of course, US power metal exists years before this, but this is one of the first power metal albums of this style, of this really upbeat and melodic European style with a lot of keyboards. And I do prefer this one over Part 1 a lot more. Part 1's okay, but it doesn't have nearly as many good songs, in my opinion. And this one is more memorable to me. It even has a better album cover. I mean, Part 1 has a great album cover too, but I like this one more. So yeah, Keeper of the Seven Keys Part 2. Great stuff. Definitely give it a listen if you want to get started with the genre. Because it laid the groundwork for a lot of bands that came later. And yeah, good stuff. Oh yeah, by the way, if there's a band that I did not include, that you wish I did include, like Glory Hammer, or like Jagdpanzer. Wait, never mind, I did include Jagdpanzer. Oops. Oh, I guess Ice to Earth I did not include. But yeah, there's so many popular power metal bands like Powerwolf and Glory Hammer and Iced Earth. There's just way too many. So if I didn't include a band that you like, I'm sorry. There's so many that became popular, and there's like an endless laundry list of them. So yeah, I just decided to include the bands that I had the most experience with. I mean, these bands are still very popular, so yeah, I feel like I did a decent job. But you can't include all the popular ones because there's just way too many. And I'm just gonna include the ones that I actually have experience with instead of including a band that I barely even know. So yeah, sorry if I didn't include your favorite power metal band because there's just so many popular ones. So I just want to address that if anyone's gonna comment about it. Like, you didn't include Glory Hammer. You didn't include Stradivarius. Like, I'm sorry. There's just I can't include them all. Just the ones that I can include, really. So anyway, next we got The Last Stand by Sabaton. And Sabaton have a ton of popular albums, but I feel like this is the one that made them the most popular. It has one of their most popular songs, the title track, The Last Stand, and Sparta, which is also really popular. And I put this in A tier. It's definitely a great album, and apparently it's a concept album. I mean, it doesn't really feel like a concept album, but apparently it is. And most of the songs are good. There are a few filler songs I'm not the biggest fan of, but they really don't bother me that much. Still, most songs are very good. Shiroyama is an awesome song. That's definitely my favorite Sabaton song. Sparta's good. Last Dying Breath is pretty good. The Last Battalion's good. And I do like the bonus tracks, Camouflage, and All Guns Blazing. So yeah, Sabaton really did well here. And I'm not the biggest fan of them, but this album I really like. So yeah, and of course there's a lot of other Sabaton albums I could have included. But I don't think it really matters that much because they don't really change their sound that often. So yeah, I just included the one that was my favorite. And this is one of their most popular ones, I think. I mean, apparently this album was like a meme or something, so yeah, I feel like this is a worthy inclusion. Next, we got Symphony of Enchanted Lands from Rhapsody of Fire. And I put this in A tier, above The Last Stand. And honestly, yeah, this album is also a very great album. So many great songs, like Emerald Sword, one of the most popular power metal songs. Wisdom of the Kings I really like. Beyond the Gates of Infinity is good. The title track I really like. The Dark Tower of the Abyss. Eternal Glory is very good. And yeah, most of those songs I really like. There's a few songs that aren't as good. But this album's still a very worthy listen. And it's very upbeat and symphonic. So if you do like power metal with a lot of upbeat keyboards and melodies and instruments, then this is very good for you. It's just so upbeat and fantasy themed. This is like the most power metal album of this whole list. So yeah, definitely give it a listen if you want something great. Symphonic power metal. Next I have Kings of Metal from Manowar. And this album, I think A tier would be good. The very bottom of A tier. Not gonna lie, the songs that I do like on this album are amazing. But there's just a few songs that ruin the experience for me. Like the book song, it's not even really a song, it's just a part where this grandpa reads a book to his kid. It's called The Warrior's Prayer. I really don't like that song. It's really unnecessary. And Pleasure Slave, I also really don't like. Pleasure Slave is like a song moaning in it. I hate it when rock and metal bands do that, where they put a song with moaning in it, because it just ruins the whole song. And it's just so unnecessary. So yeah, those two songs are really shitty, but all the other songs I really like. Wheels of Fire is a good opener. Kings of Metal, the song is really good. Heart of Steel is good. Sting of the Bumblebee, I don't really mind. I mean, I guess they didn't have to include it, but I don't mind it. The Crown and the Ring, I really like. It's a nice a cappella song where everyone sings. So yeah, definitely nothing wrong with that song. Kingdom Come is good. Hail and Kill I really like. And Blood of the Kings is a good closer. So yeah, every song besides the two I just mentioned I did not like is great. And this is easily Manowar's best album. None of their other material comes even close to this. Next we got the self-titled EP from Queensryche. And it is an EP, so I can't quite put it S tier. But it is still a very great EP. If they extended it to a full-length album, it would easily be S tier. Now, Queensryche are more known for their progressive metal stuff. They're more known as a prog band rather than power metal, but they did start off as a USPM band. I'd say their first EP and their first album, The Warning, are US power metal, but after that, they switched over to progressive metal. So yeah, I'd say this still counts as power metal. And I like every song. Queen of the Reich is one of their best. The Lady Wore Black is one of their best. Night Rider is good. Blinded is good. And Prophecy is good. So yeah, Queensryche's first EP, very awesome, and is easily the best power metal EP. No questions about that. I could have included The Warning, but their first EP I feel like is more popular, and I like it way more too. So yeah, great stuff here. It's only 22 minutes, but it's some of the best power metal you'll ever hear from the US. Next we got Ample Destruction from Jagdpanzer, and it's alright. It's decent-ish. I'm not the biggest Jagdpanzer fan, especially the vocals. The vocals are not really my thing. They sound a bit too scratchy. The other parts of the songs, though, are fine. It's okay. And the first song, I forgot the name of it, but I really like it. It's hard for me to search for songs because this album's not on streaming. And I usually have Apple Music open when I talk about these albums. But this one's not on Apple Music or Spotify or YouTube Music. Well, it is on YouTube Music, but not on Spotify or Apple Music. So yeah, that's another problem with this album. That's not their fault, but still kind of inconvenient for me. So yeah, this album's okay. Not really much to say about it. Although it was one of the first power metal albums, which I guess is good. Like one of the first US power metal albums just in general. So I guess that's another good thing about it. It could have been the first power metal album, though Queensryche's EP came out before. But if you don't count EPs, then this may be one of the first, if not the first. But that's debatable. Whatever the first power metal album was is extremely debatable, and it's like a never-ending rabbit hole, especially since power metal and traditional heavy metal overlap so much. It's like no one knows where the cutoff is. So yeah, that's one interesting thing about this album, especially with US power metal. Like the gap between US power metal and traditional heavy metal is so small that no one knows what would count as what, or like where you draw the line. Which I guess is pretty cool to know, but also kind of inconvenient. Because no one truly knows the first power metal album, because, like, where's the cutoff between that and traditional metal? No one knows. Next, we got Nightfall on Middle Earth by Blind Guardian, and I put this in D tier. There still are a few songs that I like the title track Nightfall is really good, and A Voice in the Dark is very good. I don't know if that's on this album or not, but I'm just gonna assume it is. I like that song too. But the rest of the songs just sound like generic power metal, and I'm not really much of a Blind Guardian fan. I know this is gonna give me a lot of hate, but it's just weird to me how I like all of these bands, but I don't like Blind Guardian. So I'm just as surprised as you guys, but I guess it just never really clicked for me. I'm not the biggest fan of the concept either. I don't really understand it that much. And this album's too long too. So yeah, not the biggest Blind Guardian fan. So it's gonna go to D tier. A couple of songs are good, but not the biggest fan of it. Next I have Berserker from Beast in Black. And this is probably a C tier album. I mean, there are a few good songs, like Blind and Frozen, and I guess the song Beast in Black, which is also on this album. And there are a couple of ones that are pretty decent, but most of the album is just mid. It's okay. I don't mind it, but it's okay. But it's not really the best. Though there are a few songs that I really like. So it's not all bad, but it's still okay. C tier. Next we have The Divine Wings of Tragedy from Symphony X. And I put this at S tier. I guess this is debatable whether Symphony X are power metal or not. Especially since a lot of people would consider them more progressive metal than power metal. But I'd say they're both. I'd say they're like a power prog band, like Queensryche, Fates Warning. I'd say they're like a mixture, especially the earlier stuff. So yeah, I'd say they count as power metal. And yeah, this album's amazing. I like every song, and I'm not gonna go into too much detail about it because I already did my progressive metal part 1 video. So yeah, this album's great, and it's a very great mix between progressive metal, power metal, and neoclassical metal. And finally, we have Crimson Thunder from Hammerfall. And this album, it's probably, well, I guess a C tier. There are a few songs I really like Hearts on Fire, the title track, and The Unforgiving Blade I really like. So yeah, there are a few songs I really like, but a lot of the other songs just sound like generic power metal. I feel like a lot of these bands add songs just to increase their runtime. Like they'll have really big singles that I really like, but a lot of the other songs are just like filler. So yeah, if they get rid of the filler songs and cut it down a bit, I feel like that would be very beneficial to the album. So yeah, it's okay. There are a few songs I really like, but a lot of the other songs are pretty filler, in my opinion. So yeah, it's okay, but it can be improved. Oh wow, no albums in B tier. That's surprising. I like to balance it out a bit, but the truth is, none of these albums I would put in B tier, because either these albums are great, or just not really for me. None of them are like pretty good, or yeah, it's good. Not my favorite, but it's good. The thing about power metal is either it's the best thing ever, or it's just not that good. It really depends on the band and your taste. So yeah, that's why there's such a big divide between these albums and these albums. Welp, that is it. I hope you guys enjoy the video. And like I said earlier, I will be making a doom metal video and a speed metal video, and maybe even a death metal video, though that one is not certain. I don't know for sure about that. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, and goodbye.